Up, everyone? What up, bruhs? Yeah, I am happy that we got to be able to have time to do this because I know I've been like, it's very windy today, so you're gonna hear that a lot, by the way. So, like, it's been windy all day in my area, practically. So, if the lighting is off, I did open the blinds and everything, so like, it's gonna be like interesting. If not, I'll just turn on the TV. I mean, not the TV, the light, sorry. So, yeah, I'm going live a little bit late and early at the same time because I always say, like, around this time frame. I am going to share the link to this because I did tell people I was going live today, but that doesn't mean that. And, yeah, the photo that I used for the thumbnail is old, but that's all I could do. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very cringe, like sorry, the music turned on. I hate that. I don't want. Please don't copyright me at all, YouTube, because that like half the time it's by an accident, not on purpose. But like, still, I'm also gonna put the link on my story. So just give me a second, because I'm just trying, and I'm not gonna say anything until people actually come in because there's nobody watching at the moment. But again, normally I'm not this early. I'm mostly just late. So I'll just do that. Okay. I'm also watching to see when people come in so I can be focused. I'm still pooped. All right, and I've been off of work for like 3 days now. Yeah, cuz I worked Friday of last week and that was Valentine's Day. Cuz I'm putting it on my story as well. Where's the Wah! I've been using that emoji recently too. Why does it keep going away? Because I always use the pointing down finger for when I do post about like the links to my videos or like whatever, like in general. So I'm gonna do that. Sometimes I put music, but with me being live, I'm not gonna do that. So, if anybody finds the beginning of my live streams boring, you do not have to watch the beginning of my live. Just skip later for everything else because we normally don't do any discussions until people come in. So, because I told like 5 people that I was going live today, but it is what it is. People will like join in later. I was gonna put it on Snapchat, but it's fine. The way it is. But either way, I'm very excited. Hold on. I'm gonna put on some lotion because my hands are dry. Because I've been doing a lot of dishwashing today. So, plus I haven't had time to put lotion on in the first place. So I have to. But I do like that brand of lotion. And it's hard. Also, my eczema hasn't literally activated, or at least it hasn't been bothering me lately. It's still here. I just can't wait until it's gone. I literally can't, because it like I had it for months last year and then it finally went away for like the longest time, and then now it came back and then now it won't leave. So I don't know why it's like that. So I don't know, but when it does act up, I have to, instead of using regular lotion, I need to use Vaseline because nothing else works. It just irritates everything. Plus, not only that, but like my like carpal tunnel has been acting up too. So it is what it is. Also, if you're wondering why my hair is like right here, is because my hair is coming out of my bun that I have in my hair. So, because I put my hair up and I like to do that when I'm doing chores and stuff. So I'm not like distracted. So, I mean, it is what it is. I do love the smell of the lotion, though. I do, for sure. I love my tumbler because, like, say if, like, you put, lotion on, right? And then you try to go get a drink from your water bottle, slips right out of your hands. So therefore, it's just easier just to, have the handle so it doesn't slip as much. Because that way you have a grip on the actual handle. And like, because again, if you don't have the handle, then it just slips. Because I did just put on lotion. So that's why I'm gonna be like going like this in a live stream. It's perfect. It's hilarious. So, literally. I just can't wait because I am excited for tomorrow because I have majority of the research done, but I still have a lot to do for the research though. So it's quite interesting and I'm so happy about it and I'm so excited. Like if I'm able to do that, because I'm going live today and I'm going live again tomorrow. If we do end up going to the location, I still have to figure out the address so we can be able to get there effectively, but this one is more secluded, so it's kinda like the Spidergate Cemetery, so that's why I'm kinda very excited about this, but it's different than the Spidergate Cemetery. Speaking of, I might actually look up the Spidergate Cemetery just so I can kinda compare both of the cemeteries so I can explain why they're both similar and different, but it's mostly because of Spidergates, because of the gate, that's why it's called the Spidergate Cemetery specifically. But I do kinda like the name of it because it does sound dope, and it does sound very gothic, so it's quite interesting for that reason, and I don't know, I'm just excited. I have to make sure that my portable chargers are charged up as well for that, so it is what it is. I'm just chilling. Again, normally everyone, like, expects me to be up and doing the live stream around, like, 3:30 because normally I do, but I wasn't watching the clock because I was in the middle of folding clothes, so that's why I was there. I'm just excited. But it is what it is, though, for sure, for sure. I was gonna say something and then I totally forgot because, like, my train of thought just disappeared. Crap. Yeah, it's hard to do live streams when I'm tired because it's been a while, and yeah, I am tired a lot often, but I am more awake today. But, like, it's always whenever I do live streams, I end up getting more tired, but also, like, I where I work, I have to literally be very socially active, so I guess that's also kinda why. It is what it is, I guess, but, you know, still, because like, whenever I get out of work, it depends on when I'm working and how long I'm working for too. Because I don't know, because I think that because I'm working closing Wednesday, but I'm doing 4 to 8 and then 4 to 7. That's like 4 hours and 3 hours. Yeah, I haven't had that short of a shift in a long time, but I'm actually happy about it because 'cause I'm pooped. Legitimately, like, still. I I don't know, cause I was gonna read some of the stuff that I found out about the location that we're going to tomorrow, but I don't wanna spoil it either. I wanna talk about it a little bit, but I just mostly just wanted to do the comparison between Spider Gates and this cemetery. But also this cemetery has a very weird name, so that's why it's more interesting because there's more mystery to it, if that makes sense. They also have a plaque there as well. So it's kind of similar to the other French and Indian War cemetery that I've done. The only difference is that this one relates to smallpox. That's the only difference. God, Jesus. You can tell I've been stressed out recently. My eye is so puffy because it's more puffy on this side than it is over here, but also it's dark. So when I go like this, you can see the puffiness. Not that it matters, but I literally feel gross and I look gross. So it makes sense. When you feel gross, sometimes it can actually make you look physically gross too. So like people can tell when you're having a tough time. Like, cause recently like, everything has just felt so repetitive, and I needed a little bit of change of pace, so I do hope that we end up going to this location tomorrow, cause otherwise it's gonna suck. But it also is what it is, though, I guess. So, I do have the spirit box, cause I do plan to do a paranormal investigation tomorrow, so I have this here, cause I need to remember to put this in my backpack. What batteries do these use? Oh, it's the big battery. The batteries are fine in here. I was just curious. And let's pray to God I remember how to use this, because again, you look at this and there's just so many buttons, and then you're literally like, what am I looking at specifically? I think that's just me, but it is what it is, though. I hate getting notifications for that because I don't even look at that Instagram at all. Cause it's a mindfulness thing, and I keep forgetting that I put, like, notifications for it, so, like, every time they post, I get the notification for it, and it's annoying because I shouldn't have the notification for that, because I just think it's funny. Because I also have it for Hot Topic, but I've had the Hot Topic posts on for years. Because back when I was in high school, I literally added that on, and it's just I don't know, I just think it's funny because I always forget to turn that off, but I also keep it on just in case if they have something that I actually want to get at some point. So, like, whenever I feel like going shopping, which I don't do because I don't really like shopping in the first place, it's just that's just how it is, literally. So, true. Good water. I might get my coffee though, but I I'm very excited for tomorrow because I wanted to do this location for a while and I forgot about it for a while as well. So I just wanted to be able to get there. And again, I'm going to be doing a live stream on location too. So this is going to be nice. But it's also going to be very terrifying, is because we literally have to walk through the woods for this. So it's quite interesting. Oh, yeah, hold on, cause I forgot, cause I had to I forgot, cause one of our viewers or most viewed subscribers, I forgot, cause I told him also that I was going live, and then I forgot to notify him specifically. That was my fault, I feel bad, but there's a chance that he might not be able to see, cause uh, Jonathan is Jonathan. We love you though, Jonathan, it's funny. But so, mm, this cemetery is actually quite interesting because it's actually connected to a lot of areas in the United States. When I mean a lot of areas, I specifically mean, so I have talked about the French and Indian War majority through Deerfield and Greenfield specifically, and how Deerfield and Greenfield are very connected to the French and Indian War specifically, because I talked about one of the victims of the French and Indian War, which is Eunice Williams. And her family lived in Old Deerfield, where their mansion still stands today. I actually got to do a tour of it as an example, and I talk about it every time that I also visit the Deerfield Cemetery, or one of Deerfield cemeteries, I should specifically say. It's a part of Old Deerfield. So that cemetery is as old as 1704, and that was around the time Eunice actually passed away, was that year, which was around the beginning of the French and Indian War. And Deerfield specifically got hit hard during that time period because of the Deerfield massacre as well, that a lot of people do not know about, but I knew about it specifically is because my dad knew about it. And every time that we took trips to Old Deerfield, he would talk about it almost like every time. And also that's where the Deerfield massacre took place, and that's also why there's a pile of bodies of soldiers with the monument at the Deerfield cemetery. It's actually not only that, but I also have a haunted history episode again, so we will revisit Deerfield again. But I kind of want to wait until it's warmer because every time I go to Deerfield around this time of year, I'm freezing my butt off. But it makes sense because there's a lot of streams and stuff like that around the area, so of course it's going to be a lot colder in Old Deerfield because they're like every 5 seconds you're going to be walking right next to a river or stream. Also, some people go fishing there, which you're not supposed to do, actually. Unless you live there, then that's different. But like my dad has gone fishing there and you're not supposed to. I would get mad because I just didn't want us to get in trouble specifically. I can't deal with those types of situations. But it's just funny. So I wanted to bring that up. And I will probably talk about the Deerfield massacre at some point on my channel. Not sure when though. It's when I get the idea and feel very strongly about it, because otherwise the videos will fall through because I can choose a topic, but I don't feel as passionate about it, and I want to be able to bring that energy into my videos. Because as you guys could see, I don't have that much energy today, which I do and I don't at the same time. So perfect, is it? Perfectly perfect. Either way, I just wanted to say that. So that is that. And don't think I'm going to forget about doing the Forest Rhode Island video. That I'm saving for the summer. That one I'm saving for the summer because it's going to be way too cold in that area, especially since it's a very rural area. And speaking of, we have to get more tick spray for this year, but we're not going to be able to do that until spring. And you also have a certain amount of time during early spring that you don't have to worry about ticks. But I just like to be on the safe side considering I've had at least I actually got bit by a tick once, but I didn't have to worry about it cuz the tick wasn't that far inside my skin, so I didn't have to freak out about that. But that happened at the Qualbin Cemetery years ago, like, that was in 2022. So, like, that was when my hair was, like, short as it is, like, right now. The only difference is my hair was dyed back then. So, like, it was I don't even know how the heck that tick got through my shirt either way, because my shirt was tucked in that day, so I have no idea how that happened. So that was terrifying. And then we also went up to New Hampshire for an abandoned school that we never found, or it was more like an asylum school because there was also a prison there as well. Like I forget what that location was because I have a friend who covered it for their channel. So like they went there a couple times, not just once. So we just never found it. We tried though, but it didn't matter because where I thought we had to go, we didn't end up going. So I think that's my fault mostly. Plus, I was half asleep that day, so I don't blame myself for that. Like it was a 4-hour drive. The weather kind of sucked. I do like the fact that it was overcast that day, but, like, the humidity was so bad, I was suffering that whole day, and I was sweating to death. And I was gallivanting through at least like a mile through the New Hampshire wilderness. So yeah, trying to find this place, couldn't find anything, and then I walk out, and then I was collecting rocks too during that time because that was around the time where I was collecting rocks for my rock jewelry because I do the wire wrapping, which I haven't done in months. But the point is, when I walked out of the wilderness, I end up with 50 ticks on me. And then also they found my mom. And what attracts ticks is that if you're sweating immensely, they can also find you like mosquitoes find you through breathing. So they find you through the CO2 that you release from breathing. They find you that way. And also they can find you through like muggy days, like when it's very humid. That's when the worst time to get ticks is specifically. They also travel through flying through the wind as well. They cannot fly, they float with the wind, so you can actually get ticks that way as well. And it's not fun, trust me. Like there were like 50,000 ticks coming through, like because like crawling at it everywhere in the car as soon as I get in the car because my mom thought that she got all the ticks off me. Apparently she didn't. So I'm like it was terrifying. I'm lucky I did not get bit by a tick. That's how many ticks there was. And then later that year, because this was 2023 actually, not 2022. This was 2023 before I went into college. And while I was doing my witchcraft history class, my professor asked us straight up, "Oh, what are you afraid of?" And I'm like, "Ticks." And he's like, "Really? Explain that. Elaborate on that." And everyone a lot of people actually agree with me with being afraid of ticks, and you should be afraid of ticks. If you're not, like, there might be something wrong with you. Because of Lyme disease. Like, if they didn't spread diseases, then I wouldn't be at like technically you would because they're technically parasites because they get under your skin and stuff. Like roly polies, you should be afraid of those too. But you're not at risk. You're not as at risk to get a roly poly under your skin or under your fingernails or whatever as you are getting ticks. All right. If you're going camping and stuff like that, always have tick spray. Always use tick spray. I am a caution person, very cautious person, because I literally put tick spray all over me. Like whenever we go to the abandoned mill, I use all of that tick spray because it also sometimes it attracts gnats for some odd reason. Like if you use like any bug spray, it will attract gnats for some reason because they like to smell or whatever. They literally will go through for your eyes, and it sucks. Especially anywhere by water. Like if you're near a pond or whatever, gnats are gonna literally be around. So just be aware of that too. And they're terrifying. I'm not afraid of them. I just hate them because they're just annoying and they won't leave my eyes alone. Like, it sucks. They won't leave anybody's eyes alone, actually, specifically. But it is what it is. Not only that, but like that was terrifying for summer. But there are a couple locations that I want to do in the summer. I also want to do a little vlog video that I'm probably gonna save for my second YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to my second one, which is Rebecca Bro, you don't have to, but that's just my second channel. That's just for fun things. I do have a video that's going to be going up there pretty soon. I just haven't had time to work on it specifically. So a lot of people miss a lot of my videos on there because people forget that that one exists because this is my main channel. So that one's also just in case if I lose this channel for any reason. So you have to technically subscribe to that one as well. But again, you don't really have to. I'm not going to force you. Either way, you know. What was we there was something else that I was gonna talk about that I forgot. 'Cause, like, I also like to talk about my experiences. So, the update that I was talking about for the name of the live stream, yeah, that is because I was talking about where we're going to be going tomorrow, if we're going to be going tomorrow for the live stream and the paranormal investigation. Because as I said before, I have this thing, like, right next to me. So, I can't wait to use this again, and let's just pray that I know how to use this again. Also, I figured out how to turn on the light. See? We got the light. It's gonna do that too. And then temperature has to be off when you're using this too, because the temperature does not do shit. So, yay! But I do. So the place that we're going, I have high hopes that it's gonna be haunted, considering everything that's happened in that area in general. Also, it's a very historical town that we're going to. I actually so for the summer, I want to be able to take a week off of work. All right. To be able to do this. I'm not sure if I'm also going to be doing Portsmouth again, which I want to stay there for a week because there's beaches up there. Also, there's a beach uh for this town. Hold on. So I want to show you guys the name of it. Hold up. All the stuff that I'm also gonna be getting a new camera too, by the way. So that's also one I wanted to talk about. But just hold on, give me a second. Guilford, Connecticut. That town has a that town has a lot of history. My mom's gonna love this. I love that. I want to go there too. I can't wait. Oh my god! I want to go there too in the summer. Okay, so in Guilford, Connecticut, literally, they have a beach that's called Jacob's Beach. Straight up. That's a thing. I can't believe that. But I love this place. Yeah, it has very historical it's a very historical place. Sorry, I'm just reading it because I really like this town. Like, just by seeing it, like, it reminds me of Salem, Massachusetts, but oh gosh, this is beautiful. It's an hour and 18 minutes from where I am, though. So, where I am right now, the photos of the beach is so pretty, especially, like, with the winter sunsets, with the reflecting sunset. Sad thing is I'm not gonna be able to get my new camera before this. Next paycheck I get, I'm literally getting a new camera because I need a 4K camera, and I already picked out the camera that I'm getting, and I already know the budget that I have for the camera that I'm getting. And it's a good vlogging camera, so I can be able to flip the viewfinder towards me while I'm recording. I don't really need a stand or anything because I already have one. Actually, I have 2 stands. I have no idea where the second one is. That one disappears on me, like, every single time. But not only that, I also like, I need the microphone, and then I also have to invest in the clip microphone, the Bluetooth one that everyone keeps telling me to get. So, I'll be able to finally get that now as well. So, this is gonna be a good year. So, we're gonna be improving with equipment this year too for YouTube. I'm also getting a GoPro, like, in the spring. I'm gonna wait for the spring to get it specifically. I don't wanna get it now because I wanna focus on saving up for the camera first. And I know because I get paid decent at work, so I don't have to worry about it, so worry too much about it because Even though my first paycheck was actually nice, but I got paid for my second week, so I got paid twice because it's every other week and sometimes it's behind. So I also have to remember that. So I'm not getting paid this week because I was paid last week. So I'm getting paid the week after. So either way, and plus I have to literally get the camera online though. So that's the only thing that I hate. Because I don't like buying my equipment online because I want to be able to see it and to be able to test it out and to be like to feel it, to be able to touch it and stuff. For certain things, I do like having it online. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing video with my Nikon. The reason why I don't have my camera right here. I moved it. I don't know where I put it actually. That's concerning. Considering I'm gonna need that tomorrow, I don't know. I don't what the heck? Yeah, I don't remember where I put my camera. It's just gone. Well, I mean, I did put it on the floor because I the reason why is because I had to wash my comforter last night. So, because I always bring my comforter and I bring my pillows in here and then I chill on the couch while I edit and stuff. So it's just like it's just a part of being comfortable. And then but I also remember putting it back on the bed. So I have no clue. I think it's over there by my, like, Harry Potter blanket, cause I put it on the floor so it wouldn't, like, fall onto the floor, but either way, the reason why I also need a 4K camera is also cause 1, it records in 4K also. 2, I've been recording with an HD camera this whole time, and don't get me wrong, I love my Nikon Coolpix B500, but it's old, and that thing has been through a lot. And when I said I've been having problems with it, I've been having problems with it. So, this is why I need a new camera for a lot of reasons. And it's about time considering that I can buy it myself. I can't keep being like, "Well, we'll wait, pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back." This time, I don't have to worry about pushing it back. Well, technically, I still will have to do that with certain things. It will still happen, but my point is it won't happen as much. Speaking of, I also next week I'm going to be starting to study for my permit and my license. So, for a couple weeks they shall not be any content. After I should refrain for this. So, after the bloopers video gets out and I'll start working on the video that I'm going to be recording tomorrow, possibly if that's going to happen. So this is the schedule, all right? And I've been writing in my journal, so I've been keeping track of everything as well as how much I'm getting paid every week as well. My mom forced me to do that kind of, but I was going to do that anyway because I need to keep track and also to make sure that I'm getting paid correctly. But me and my mom were both off with the math, so I just think that's funny. Because for what I was getting paid, it was actually a lot different than we thought. Because we thought originally that we're getting 225, excuse me, a week. But no, you get paid for the amount that you did for the time that you put in the week that you got paid as it's confusing. I'm making it confusing more than it actually is. So it's like or I'm saying this incorrectly. So like for like last week, no, I'm getting confused because I didn't even start working this week until Wednesday. So I'm getting that mixed up. But I did work that week, so I'm not getting paid for that week. So I'm getting paid with Valentine's Day week and then this week together, and then it's a week behind because that's how that is. Because otherwise, it makes no sense. But also, my I'm getting paid more this time because it's not my first paycheck. If that makes sense, so I'm also kind of probably saying bullshit too at the same time because I'm getting confused myself. So I apologize if that doesn't make any sense. Either way, I was because for what I actually did is that I got I got Bengay for the house. I got Midol and Bengay for the house, but I also put the Midol where it's supposed to go because I travel with Midol because you I because my menstrual cycle always changes, so it's not always gonna be the same every month. So sometimes recently it's been like the first week or the first or second week of every month. And then sometimes I don't get it until like the end of the month or in the middle of the month, which getting in the middle of the month is rare for me, but it also because for menstrual cycles again, anything that changes in their life can also change their cycle as well. So it's 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 more complex than you think. So, and a lot of times you can also get it twice a month sometimes, as I said in my last live stream. So it's literally like, but the second time you get it, it's supposed to be light. If it's not light, then you should go to the doctors. When I mean go to the doctors, I mean gynecologist. I say gynecologist, but technically a lot of people like to call them the OGBYN. I don't like doing that. Either way, it doesn't matter because both of that's correct. So it doesn't matter what you call them specifically. That's just what I prefer. So not only that, but I also got compression gloves. I got these compression gloves because recently also I'm gonna take that off. My carpal tunnel has been acting up, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on my hands as an example. So like this is what it looks like. And I have to make this tight. I go all the way with how tight this is. And I have to wear this for how long it hurts my hand. But considering I can already feel it in my shoulder right now, I'm putting this on anyway. Because I have a lot. I don't know where my other glove went to. It's somewhere. It's somewhere, but I don't need the other one. I don't need the one for my right hand because this isn't the one that acts up the most. It's my left because this is my main hand, and I've been doing a lot of writing today within my journal and also as the research. So, speaking of, I do have to get back to working at least a little bit on the blooper video. I got a good amount of it done, but I have to go through all of those clips and I have to rewatch and then put in where I messed up or where I'm laughing like a maniac so you guys can laugh at me being a maniac. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I wanted to do a live stream so that we could be able to converse, but nobody's in the chat. So, it happens though, because a couple people didn't know that they're going to be able to make it. So, it doesn't matter to me because I'm going on for 2 hours. So, yeah. And plus, oh gosh, I'm hungry and I have no snack. Oh, wait, I do have a snack. Because I have these. I love eating these. Because I had this open from this morning and I haven't really eaten any. I've been having like a binge eat craze, but also since I'm in a really good mood, I've also haven't been eating that much today. And when I get into being able to do stuff like this all the time, or when I'm more awake and focused, that's when I don't focus on eating. I focus on literally everything I need to get done because this isn't gonna last. And I hope that I don't have to suffer tomorrow. But I also have to literally sign in to my Dunkin' app, create an account for that, and then I also have to sign up for DoorDash because I love eating the food from where I work. So they have DoorDash. So whenever I don't feel like going in, I'm gonna order DoorDash from them, and I want them to see who's ordering it. And because like I know for a fact, because my work bestie Sophie, she's gonna if she's working when I order, I just want her to be able to laugh when she sees my name come up on the receipts because I think it's gonna be funny. Uh, I miss her. She texted me yesterday because she had to send me the schedule for this week. They did tell me that because I had to call my place of work because I wasn't sure because I didn't see the schedule for this week. So I called work yesterday and they told me that it was Wednesday. So I'm working closing Wednesday. So I'm gonna be dead Wednesday. So that's why I want to be able to feel alive for as much as I can Tuesday. So, like, that's why we're gonna be going to the location and we're gonna be doing the live stream at location. So I'm gonna look better than I do today because this is just me doing my chores and stuff. So, and I want to be able to compare this cemetery to how, because it reminds me again of Spider Gates, but it's not Spider Gate Cemetery. It's literally this place has specific has straight up specific history tied to it. So when I was doing the research, like it's all related to upstate New York and Albany, New York. And I'm glad that I said that correctly because every time I want to say Albany when that's not how it's pronounced, and I still say it like that, and it's not how it's pronounced at all. And so there was a captain who was helping through the French and Indian War, and he brought his men from this town in Connecticut all the way up to upstate New York for them to be able to fight in the war. Some of them fought at the fort that I cannot pronounce, but I also want to visit that and I want to do history about that one. Not doing that until the summer, though. And that is also around upstate New York as well. So I want to wait until actually no, I want to wait to do that trip until I can be able to drive because I when I go up there, because there's also another fort that I was told about because I have a long-term subscriber who lives all the way up in New York, and I thought he was actually from Canada, but the reason why we know each other is because he owns a Panther Mafia car. If you don't know what that is, that's okay, that's fine. So he also earns a Mercury Grand Marquis. I forget if it's a GS or LS. I'm not fully sure because it's been a long time since we talked about that topic in general. So he lives near Niagara Falls and he told me about the Niagara Falls fort. I did not know that that existed. And then now I want to go. And he also really likes history and everything else. So it's very cool to the fact that we're gonna like that they also have the museum in that fort as well. So that it's very cool. But that's more like a tourist attraction now at this point. But I do want to cover it at some point. Don't know when that's gonna be, but it's coming. So I want to be able to wait though for when I get my car and for when I can be able to drive. Obviously, I'm going to be able to drive way before I get my car, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to be getting for my first car because I know I want to be able to get a Jeep, but I also want to be able to get something that has good gas mileage too at the same time. I did already pick out the Jeep that I want to get. It's a 2016 Jeep Wrangler that's both blue and pink, but I doubt that I'll probably end up getting it. Like, I at least want, like, something that's close to an off-roading vehicle somewhat. The reason is because 1, I like to do off-roading, and then 2, I need something to be able to pull a camper as well. So, like, I need something strong enough for that in general. So, we'll see. I'll look into that more later, but that's why I wanted the Jeep in the first place. I have my reasons for wanting the Jeep, and also I want something that I can be able to drive in the snow without getting stuck. So, like, you can call me picky, whatever you want, but, like, my mom don't get me wrong, I love the Mercury, but it's not made for the snow. That car is not made for being up north at all, because she gets stuck all the time, and yeah, literally, so, I honestly might just get a used truck. I might just get a truck, but my mom doesn't want me to get a truck. 'Cause I like the little Ford Rangers. I love them. They're so cute. The older ones, yeah, I love that, but I also want it to be reliable, and I don't want it to have, like, too much mileage, obviously. But they're so cute. I love the Ford Rangers. I have a soft spot for those. I do. Honestly, if I'm getting a truck, it's obviously gonna be Ford, but that's not the point. So, off track, I also I got compression socks too that day. I think I said that though. I love that username. I just because like, I was going to look up, right, for, to explain the spider gates, and then I just see that, um, Papa Papa Chicken Nugget liked my photo. It was my recent post on Instagram, is I just think it's funny. So this is okay, so technically Spider Gates is actually called Quaker Cemetery. So technically calling it Spider Gates isn't really valid because that's Spider Gates Cemetery is just the nickname of the cemetery. And this one is in Lee Leicester, Massachusetts. I did that's butchered. Either way, ugh, I love the little waterfall though. This is a really cool cemetery, and you also have to walk a mile up the path after you literally park. So that's where this cemetery, right, literally has in common with the cemetery that I'm gonna go to, literally. And because you have to walk a bit up a path to be able to get here. So during this time of year, you're gonna have to wear boots to go there. And it again, it's very cool. It's really, really cool. And again, I don't know much about that area in Massachusetts other than that it's really close to Spencer, Massachusetts, which I hate that town in Massachusetts. No offense to anybody who lives in that area of Massachusetts. I have my reasons why I don't like that area of Massachusetts. Anyway, like, trust me, I have reasons to not like that area of Massachusetts. Anyway, this is not in Massachusetts. And also the fact that people think that Spider Gates has that it's a portal to hell, that is not true at all. It's just people speculating, and just because people are like, "Oh yeah, people have done rituals or blah 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 blah," you technically can't prove that. You technically cannot prove that. So, and if you think that you're going to be proving that, you're not. But there is a place in Massachusetts. So at the abandoned mill that I went to that I got caught at, as an example, that was a year ago, which I'm not going back to that location again unless we're gonna go fishing because there's the river like right there. Anyway, like there were people who were doing like animal sacrifices in that building and other stuff, especially on Halloween. And they also found, I think that they said that they found black cat carcasses as well, and that's actually very sad during Halloween. And during Halloween, they do not allow black cats to be adopted. Same thing with like Friday the 13th. They do not allow black cats to be adopted because they know that the people who are trying to adopt these black cats are going to end up just um using them as sacrifices. And it's pretty sad though. Sorry, my neighbors are outside. So the fact is, I forget what the fact is. So that's where they collide, that's what I was trying to say. And then the other differences is that so as you guys can see, right? As an example, where is a good photo? I love that photo. It's just some dude's arm. That's beautiful. Where is it? Is this one? Oh no, it's not. There was a photo of it. Hold on a second. Okay, so like my point is that you guys can see, right? That can you see it? Either way, the difference is that for the headstones for here, you can see writing on them. The ones at the cemetery that I do plan to go to, that one, those graves are so old and they're sinking into the ground that you cannot read them at all. So there's a lot of people who are buried there. So there's around 40 graves there that they know of. There's more dead bodies buried here that people don't know about and that they don't have the identities. Do you know how sad that is? And that's also why I do think that this cemetery will be very active, in my opinion, because of that fact. But that doesn't mean that it always is going to be, but there's a stronger feeling of it. And when I found this specific cemetery is when I was doing the research for the East Granby Cemetery. That's not going to be a thing. So, oh, geez. I'm going to eat 50 of these in one sitting. So I'm hungry. Mm. So, hold on. So, the point is that they say that there's around like 40 people buried there. But with the website that I'm still researching from, that literally is not true because there's a lot of graves that are just sinking into the ground, as I said before. A lot of headstones sink in the ground when they're very, very old, and if they're not being, looked after. This place is actually being maintained and everything by MHS, which is the historical district of that specific town, which is funny considering how, you know, it is. I think that there's like a bruise in the middle of my forehead because it literally looks like that there's like a triangle or something like right here. And every time I look in the camera, I'm just like my eyes are focusing like right there. Cause like when I was doing the the wash like a night ago, the washing machine's door hit me on the face. So I think I legitimately have a bruise on my forehead. But anyway, this cemetery is also in a rural spot. The only difference is that there's a live river that's named East River surrounding it as well. And also they only have a couple probably like 3 names of people buried in the cemetery, but they also have a plaque on it. And I don't think that the Spider Gates Cemetery has that. They should though. But it just reminds me of the other cemetery that is related to the French and Indian War is because the other one also has a plaque. And the only difference there is that they also have some indigenous people buried there as well. And that's all the way in Bloomfield, Massachusetts. Again, that's in Massachusetts. And Bloomingfield or Bloomfield in Massachusetts is actually right next to Orange, Massachusetts, right next to Athol, Massachusetts, which is very, very close to New Hampshire. And it's very close to the New Hampshire of where Hampton Beach is. And I know that because we have to drive through Orange and New Salem, and New Salem is a very small town in Massachusetts. Jeez. Listen, there should not be a New Salem, in my opinion, but we are Massachusetts. I'm not even surprised. Jeez. And then there is also let's see. Yeah, because I really like this cemetery, but there's something else about it that's different because they have their differences. Because like when you look up spider gates, is my point is that there's no direct ties to any certain part of history because it has its own history by mostly false up made stuff, is my point. But it is a haunted cemetery, I believe. But it's not satanic, is my point. But everyone makes it think that it is. And also somebody stole the front of the gate too. That's very disrespectful. And also I have no idea how they were able to do that. So that's just it's a cool mystery in a way. But this one I think only has the stone wall. It does say that I don't think that there is a gate on it, but because I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second. Okay, so that's where it is. I don't. Hey! Nice. Oh, wait, yeah, so also about this one, hold on, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. People go here from around the. Ooh, where's this one? But that's not the same place. Unless it is, 'cause, like, that sucks. But I do know that who that one is there. 'Cause, like, that's an Otis. I wanna go there, though. I wanna go to that one, but that's not the point. So, like, let's see. That's still Otis. I don't think that this is a good photo because it doesn't show any of the stones, so I'll just show you guys this one. So, this is what it looks like on a good day. And then there's also another burial site for smallpox. I don't know where this one is, though. Oh, no, that's, yeah, that has to be that one. Because people were getting smallpox till, like, 1814, and those were people who were buried there. Yeah, this is the same one, but I don't think that this is a photo from that actual cemetery, though, because technically the place where I'm going to, but it is the right one because the reason how I know that is because of the fact of the pock luck. And that is also something that I'm going to be talking about tomorrow because I'm excited for. Oh gosh, it's going to be cool. This is going to be dope. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope I'm able to do it. Is it snowing again? Or is it just windy? Hold on a second. Is it snowing? I gotta check. Snowing. That's New York. That's also New York. No, it's just windy. It's not snowing at all. Tomorrow's gonna be 22 degrees. Wish us luck. But we also have heat in the car, so we'll be fine. Hold on, because I'm gonna look it up for the. I'm gonna look up the. Let's see. Great, it's gonna be windy tomorrow. Shit. Oh well, but it's gonna be 25 anyway. But it is what it is, though. So we'll survive, though. Mhm. But I can't wait to see near cemetery because it looks beautiful in the winter. Which is another reason why I want to go so bad. And their cemetery is open to the public. So it's quite fun. They also do tours there too. So I have to be note of that. So hopefully they're not doing any tours that day. Because then that's going to suck because otherwise I can't really record until they're done. So, and I'm not going to pay for the tour because like I can just look up the information. But I understand why people like to do that and they like to go is because it's fun. You see what I mean? So, it is what it is. Plus, that's fun. That was stuck on my throat. That was perfect. Not only that, but so what I was saying is that not only do I understand why they do the tours, but they also have this is also different. So they found the descendants of the captain who's buried there. And also there's more than like 7 or 8 victims from the smallpox disease who were buried in the smallpox cemetery, which majority of the captain's men also all caught smallpox on once they got back to their home state. They all ended up dying at different times. They're also all of them are buried there, all of them. But as I said before, we only have like a couple of the names of the men buried there because there's one that they did leave behind while they were on their way home, and I'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. So yeah, we're on for an hour. I don't know if I wanted to do this for 2 hours, but I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. How much battery percentage? Okay, we're fine. I just want to be able to end the live stream before my laptop dies like it did last time. So it is what it is. But plus I'm also hungry. That's another reason why I just want to dip out quickly. I can't. I need food. I haven't eaten like a meal today. And I mean like at all. Like in general. I'm probably gonna have like some cereal after this because I've been dying to have cereal. But I'm also gonna eat other stuff because I also just wanna eat. And then I have to finish the research tonight specifically. So that's what I'm gonna mostly focus on because I don't have any time to edit today. So I might edit for a little bit because that's what I do as a break while I'm working on the research because I can't do the research too much because my arm's acting up. So after this, I'm gonna use the heating pad for my arm. I might just use the Bengay, but I smell like Bengay already because I've been using it for the last couple days. Because not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I went. So on the 15th, I went all the way down to Walgreens, which is down the hill for me. So, and it's a steep walk coming back up. So I think I have sore muscle from that there, but I always get sore muscles when I walk sometimes because if I walk fast too, or if I'm walking up a hill, it's like I'm getting like a pulled ligament or whatever as like an example, and it sucks. It sucks. I'm rubbing it right now, but my right leg was bothering me, but I mostly when I'm struggling to walk and stuff like that, I put all of my weight on my left side. I don't understand why. It's just a weird default, but it's probably because of my dominant hand being my left, I guess. It's really weird. So, but because like my left side is my strongest half of my body, in my opinion, I guess, and that's why that happens. But because like my right leg still hurts, but it's not as bad. The Bengay has been helping me a lot, and I'm also gonna probably apply it after here because I really need to be able to not be sore when I get back to work because that's gonna suck for 5 hours. I'm not gonna be like I mean I'm gonna be walking during my shift, depending on how busy we're gonna be Wednesday, which I can't really control when we're gonna be busy and when we're not. Because majority of the time when I work, we're mostly just dead. But I don't use my phone at all because we're not allowed to, technically. And I know how I am if I keep looking at my phone. Because I'm gonna keep checking it and checking it and checking it, and then I'm gonna be so enthralled that I'm not gonna be working. So when you're working, you gotta be working. You cannot be on your phone. Like, but it also depends on where you work, because where I work, they'll have my butt for it. They would. I do love them though, but it's because like again, you're not supposed to be on your phone, so I get that, and I don't want to risk doing that unless we're not busy. But again, I can't be on my phone in the front room because you're not allowed to. Unless you're sending somebody something, then that's one thing. But like when you're there in the front, we have to be taking the orders and everything. Like that's why you can't be on them. And you also have to be filling out the orders too for the milkshakes and the ice cream. And I'm getting good at it. And that's also why my carpal tunnel has been killing me. So yeah. Thank you to everybody who did come on the live stream. I know that people didn't have time to chat in the chat room, which is fine because that's going to happen sometimes. And also, I kind of, I gave you guys a heads up the day, like a night prior. So that's mostly my fault, not your guys' fault. So whoever got to watch this live stream, yay, thank you. And you guys can again, just watch it after the fact. It doesn't really matter. But just so you guys know, I'm working Wednesday and then I'll be off for Thursday and Friday. And that's going to be my recuperating before the weekend. Even though I'm not going to be working for that long this weekend. So, like, it gives me a break for not working too much. But I'm just happy that I just work closing one day this week. Thank God. Sometimes I work 4 days a week and sometimes I just work 3. But majority of the time I just work 3. The longest that I've ever worked was like 9 hours so far. So, and then the second longest would be the 5 hours. Sometimes I get very short shifts. So I'm just happy about that. Especially after Valentine's Day because we were so packed. Like I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Literally. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow and peace out guys. Mhm.